I'm about 4 miles from the Canadian border in the state of Minnesota, and this is, again, Lake Superior behind me. And it's a cold day, but the lake is like glass. And I just wanted to stop in the middle of my adventures the last week of November and wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving in the U.S. I know Canadian Thanksgiving was a month ago, but I hope everybody's having a great time off, and thank you for watching.
I work at the Nico Cucina's Catering at the IMS, International Market Square. I am being I'm an apprentice chef for the corporate needs.
Wonderful.
That means they teach me every single recipe and they test me on it.
But that's a lot.
That's the
What?
one that hurts.
The whole toe hurts?
The left, all the way outside.
Oh, you know what? You have an open sore here on that toe. So we'll come back to that, and we're going to talk about what to do for it. Are you diabetic?
I am in the process of trying to get rid of that. I'm almost there.
Of getting rid of your diabetes?
Yeah, because I don't have diabetes yet. It's just I'm very propense to have it.
Okay, do you have numbness or tingling in your feet?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why you have these sores. You have another one on the tip of the toe here.
That's a thing that always comes out.
Right.
Last years it's been coming out.
Right, but it's a callus, but when the callus gets too thick, the skin underneath it can break open and become an open sore.
Okay.
So that's what's going on there, and we need to talk about how to care for it so it doesn't become infected.
Okay. Doctor in West Virginia told me at the start of her, and she said you have to go on a diet and also a physical regimen again.
Right.
When I was in West Virginia working out at Marshall Sports, Marshall is a University of West Virginia, Marshall University. And I used to work out there 5 days a week.
Basketball?
Vascular. On their bicycles there.
Oh, okay.
And that was brutal. I used to do that for 1 hour. And
like a spin class?
no spin class, just by myself.
Okay.
And watching South American news on their big screen TV. And, just work out every day.
And now that you're in Minnesota,
I have
and you're not in West
stopped working out because I got here on July 4th.
Okay.
And I had to go through a load of hoops and this and that just to get an ID. Thank God that I used to live here before. I left Minnesota, I got married, I got widowed, I got divorced. Then after all that stuff got through, I got tired and quit. I left to Miami.
Yeah, well, just so have a seat up front.
But
So you got widowed and divorced at the same time?
no, widowed first and not divorced. I mean, divorced first and widowed second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, she was a good person, but unfortunately her DNA, she got invasive ductal carcinoma.
She got,
In her breast?
Huh?
In her breast cancer?
Yeah, invasive ductal carcinoma.
She was very old or no?
No.
Oh,
Extremely physically active and
cancer doesn't care.
no, cancer don't give a damn. But we got basically she was gonna die in the next week or tops 2 weeks. Dona Fernando, if you love me, let's go to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Okay. Quit my job, left. We went with her, but we took the long route. We went to Tijuana, Mexico, past the border, and we went to
Yes, I've heard of that.
a aggressive clinic specialized in non-life-threatening
Treatments
treatments for.
that aren't like chemo.
yeah.
Yes, I've heard of that.
They don't believe in chemo at all.
Right. They do healthy things and.
Yeah. Oh, extremely.
So how long did she live then?
8 months.
Wow.
They gave her 2 weeks and she got 8 months?
Oh yeah, we
I know
went inside
somebody
of her
that
and,
went there and he actually had a sarcoma in his abdomen, which is sort of strange. But he was told he would die and they pulled him out of the hospital here and took him there, and I think he's still living as far as I know. This has been
Yeah, but it all
15 years at
depends.
least.
All depends too. Living and having the proper quality of life.
Why not try it, right? What have got to lose it? That's why.
I don't know. Yeah, well, she was kind and beautiful and sexy. It was hard to ignore her. And especially when a woman is in that kind of situation, it helps, to make sure your comments and comments can be taken the wrong way sometimes if they're not explained or.
Sorry.
No problem.
Now,
Yes,
now we're going to trim down all these calluses.
sir. Yes.
So maybe.
That has to hurt you when you're walking, doesn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Bless.
It's going to be a lot better now.
Thank you. God bless you.
Do you have good shoes to be wearing when you're at work?
Yeah, I got some Timberlands.
Good. Do they fit?
Yeah, but I should change them to something more with more cushion.
Mm-hmm. It was your lucky day because you got to see a real foot doctor and you have needs for your feet.
Yeah, I'm glad you came in because if these calluses don't get addressed and they become open sores that get infected, that's how diabetic people lose toes
Well, but
or even a leg.
Are you doctoring?
but
Are you doctoring? Do you have a physician that you see?
no, but after this conversation, I'll mostly go and get one.
Yeah, I think that's really, really important because looking at what's going on here with your feet,
Yeah.
I would guess that your blood sugars are not very well controlled.
Very well, ma'am.
it's something that you really need to do for yourself.
Are you sleeping?
Me?
No.
No.
Patient.
Oh, I think maybe.
Yeah, I think you fell asleep.
Sounds like it. I'll be so relaxed finally.
You would not be the first patient to fall asleep while working.
I always get that when I'm doing my cares. That's nice. I prefer that because that means they're relaxed. Of course, we don't have beds. They have to half fall off their chair when they're getting cared for by me. I can see why he falls asleep though. Okay.
Okay, so I'm concerned about this one and the one on the baby toe, because this is an open sore at the base of this.
He has Blue Cross insurance. He showed me his card. He could actually come to your office.
Yeah, probably should. Depends on. Okay, so you
You
can
can't
see
even
right
feel
there.
that.
That's open. No, and that's why I think his diabetes is not in control. And this one.
I got it.
This is the one that was so painful he didn't want me to touch his toe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry. So that's an open sore that's going down to the tissue below. So.
What is that?
This is called Lumicaine, and it helps stop the bleeding. It helps the blood clot. Now, if he could feel this, it would really be painful. Just trying to think how I'll fix this because it's bleeding. Do that, and can you just hand me my paper